So sales, field sales specifically. Come on now. What's the best part? I can't speak for everyone, but for me, it was vibing out with customers, solving real problems with cool solutions. The worst part, yeah, the worst part was all that stuff that came after that wonderful sales meeting. The documenting, the notes, the paperwork, the follow-up. Trying to keep track of all these details for all those awesome applications you just looked at. Sure, I mean, scribble it down. Maybe you even used a digital tablet. Maybe you're even weird and funky like me and had an e-ink tablet. Of course, like you, like me probably, I took pictures with my phone all the time of these applications as I walked across these plant floors and looked at these different applications on different machines. And then what did I do afterwards? I crossed my fingers, hoped that I could consolidate everything at some point, inevitably, eventually, to log it into a CRM maybe that might have an outside chance of actually benefiting me. And let's not even get started on those little critters, man. Those little gremlins, those goblins in your inbox, those emails, the horror, the audacity of the internet, crushing that dream of inbox zero every minute of every single workday. I stayed on that struggle bus, just like you probably, for 2 decades. And honestly, I got tired, maybe even just a little bit ornery, a little cranky about it, I'm not gonna lie. So I did what any engineer does. I built something about it. My name is Erpin, and I'm the founder of Stingwave. I spent 2 decades in the world of industrial automation, managing from a technical and sales standpoint, multi-million-dollar sales territories across the Southeast. Maybe I hit a wall. Maybe I just got tired of keeping on with the status quo of all these outdated CRMs and haphazard productivity apps that honestly weren't designed for reps that are actually in the field and on the go. Look, some of these apps are awesome. If you out there, you're listening and you get to suit it and boot it and get to talk in conference rooms all the time, where you get to open up your laptop in a climate controlled environment where you have all the time in the world, awesome for you, man. I might even be a little bit jealous or envious of you. But I didn't live in that world. I walked on plant floors, typically where all I had on me was a phone, maybe a notebook, if I didn't forget to remove that from my backpack. Stingwave, in the most wonderful of nutshells, is a productivity app that leverages industry-tuned voice dictation to transform all of that post-call follow-up that used to take hours, sometimes even days, to seconds, all before you leave the parking lot. So talk is cheap. Let's have a little fun. Demo time. So this app is available on all 4 platforms: Windows, Mac, Android, and iOS. So the idea is that when you take these notes, let's say in your parking lot, and the magic, the wonderful magic of Stingwave creates actual joy in your life and optimizes your workflow. You're in your car after a call in a factory parking lot, and you take about 5 seconds, you record your note. You go back in front of your laptop when you get home, those same notes will show up. It's all linked to the same email that you used to log in. Free to try, no credit card required. But in between those sales calls, the other issue that a lot of times I personally encountered was that I would get emails piling up. And either I would try to respond to them at a red light or at lunch, but I always felt like typing on a phone was never accurate. Voice typing in the past was never accurate, especially for industry terms like in automation. And so I would put it off till I get home. And what happens? You're out there 10 p.m., 11 p.m., cranking out emails and wishing that you somehow kept up better during the day. So that's why I created this app, to improve and optimize my workflow. So when I'm at a red light, I could voice type 5 emails. When I'm at lunch, before the chips and salsa even come to my table, I can crank out a few emails all by using my voice and trust that it can accurately transcribe my text. So let's get into the demo here. I have an iPhone here. We can take a little look, see at how it works. So let's go ahead and take a look. I got my iPhone here, and let's transcribe a message. Let's say I'm responding to a customer's email, just a short, quick email, and I want to be able to voice type it instead of the typical typing. So all I do, very simple, you hold down the space bar, just like a walkie-talkie almost. You talk, then you let go, and it transcribes. hey, I got your email. I'll respond back to you in 15 minutes when I get done with my meeting. I did check with the manufacturer, however, and they said initially it was a 4 to 6 week lead time, but I think if we expedite it, we can get it down to 2 weeks. I'll give you a call when I'm done with my meeting, then we can discuss a little bit more. So when I let go, it's transcribing using AI to optimize the way it punctuates it, the way it separates sentences, and quickly puts everything down there. And as you can see, it's very accurate, very responsive. If you felt like you wanted to polish up a little bit, especially if you have a more complicated message or one where you felt like you were rambling a bit more, then you hit the Pro button right here, and you can see it'll clean it up even more, shorten it. If you're redundant in your email, it'll try to clean that up as well. If you run into an issue where you have questions, technical questions, then we even have a digital chatbot built into it. Tap on the little chatbot button, and then you can ask it whatever. So I can say something like, for example, I was in the photoelectric sensor world for a very long time. What is the difference between an IP67 and IP69K rated sensor? And as you can see, we got a chatbot that is interactive. I can talk back and forth with it, and it's going to give me an answer that's fairly technical, very accurate. And then I can ask things like, let's just say, for example, Banner was a manufacturer that I used to support. What's the actual difference between a Q4X sensor and a Q5X sensor from Banner? And, you know, we wait, we let it think, we let the bot do its magic, and now it's giving us the information, tells us the differences. Perfect. But really, the key here is the note-taking. The note-taking is something that none of us truly enjoy that much. So what can we do? We use the handy-dandy widget, or you can do this from the keyboard itself, because remember, this is a keyboard app. It can work in any app that you need to enter text in, or you can quickly access the features like the note-taking features. So let's say I just got done with an amazing call, and I want to log everything. Immediately, I just want to spew it out of my brain so I don't forget anything. We hit the new note button. Just got done meeting with Michael Scott at Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. They're looking at tripling their reams of paper that they purchased, but they're going to have to check with Dwight Schrute first and make sure it's a go. They hope to buy something by the end of August. Main competition right now is Office Depot. And as you can see, it's taking what I said, my rambling text, and it's going to transcribe it. And as you see here, you got this nice, clean, organized note. If you felt like you wanted to add pictures too, you could. You tap the add button here, photos, and now it's going to save all that to your account, your own Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive account. And now you can view these notes at any time. And that's it in a nutshell. There's a bunch of other awesome, cool features for the general public and also salesmen, but I wanted to just touch on a few that have benefited me on a day-to-day basis. Stingwave, available on all platforms, iOS, Android, Windows, and Mac. I hope this helps optimize your workflow. Stingwave, speak back your time.